receipts proving the things that I'm about to tell you. However, I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he is a minor. Commenting on any woman's body ever, or just any woman in general. Don't comment on her weight ever.
I used to actually rip things up or get angry. So
back in 2020, after Adam McIntyre put out his video, Colleen put out an apology video, one or two. I only saw one of them though. It was really fake and filled with what seemed to be a lot of lies. So I wanted to take the time to kind of talk about that one and a little bit of why she hasn't posted a more recent video, apology, or addressing anything. That way, when the bombshell does drop, we're ready to go. That she put out or the two that she put out to Adam McIntyre for going to get help and going to therapy. That's a new journey that a lot of us have had to take. I myself was sexually abused, so I know that there's always that next step that has to be taken. You know, it can be difficult and uncomfortable, and opening up to strangers is not the easiest thing to do. But I do think that it is the right decision to move forward. You got so much to focus on, and so many good things will, how do I say this? Bloom. So much of good things will bloom from the future. So I think it's worthwhile getting that therapy and seeing what the future holds. I wanted to talk about some ideas as to why Colleen Ballinger has not yet put out an apology and why she probably won't. Start with the first reason why I think she hasn't. With everything going on, I heard that she's getting divorced, I heard that she sold her house, and I heard she's working out an agreement for custody of the kids. So I think that's reason number one, right? She has a lot of things going on outside of the social media spectrum that really pales in comparison to what's going on. I do think that there is some underlying things that she is either withholding or choosing not to divulge in. She's made a couple of posts to pretty poor attempt to abate the situation, but most of what she's been going through, aside from home stuff, personal stuff, she had a show that she was supposed to do, was being held by Live Nation, I think. Sponsors involved and, you know, obvious brand deals, but those all fell through due to the controversy. They think that there are many reasons why she's not choosing to respond to this. Another theory of mine, and I think that this is more of in her case, well, I know that she's been in contact with her legal team, and they would have automatically told her not to respond, especially in the case where, you know, Adam has came out and spoken about being groomed, being used and abused, maybe not physically, but used, you know, making this promise of internship and doing all this work and coming up with the ideas with video and probably even having incorporated ideas as far as editing as well. I think that her legal team would have told her not to intervene unless, not to, you know, get caught up in the whole social media spectrum, unless it was, you know, to abate anything. But they're not stupid. They would have told her just to, you know, say what you need to say, but don't go too in depth, especially because you never know in these situations. People can, you know, bring up lawsuits. I know that there has been communication with police, but that has more to do with her fans than her directly. But yeah, I think that that's more likely that she's been instructed by her legal team and her PR team to only speak when it's absolutely necessary and focus on other things like your show and things like that. Obviously, that got canceled. That's in the rot, and then she lost her sponsorships. I'm not sure if she lost them or they just pulled out because of the show being canceled. Who knows? More to come. More. I'm sure more will come as this little issue develops more. She's not done a whole lot of responding, and I'm just not surprised, because in this case, when it gets to this point, like even when James Charles got involved, he spoke on it in some videos because there were, I feel like the accusations against him were a little bit more serious, because you had very high-profiled YouTubers and creators coming after him, whereas you've only had a couple that have came after him, and the ones that I have, you know, their past isn't perfect either. So, you know, it's hard to make a big tiff when you yourself have been caught in scandals as well. So I think that and the fact that, you know, the people involved are not that as high profiled as, you know, like Jeffree Star, Tati Westbrook, the usual beauty gurus that were involved in the whole James Charles situation. But yeah, I think that's why he spoke out, because he only did so when his team permitted him to, and told him, hey, this would be a good idea, this won't. Leave it up to them. But I definitely do think that she's been giving some well-warranted advice on things not to do or say. So I think that's the biggest reason why she's not. Obviously, people are like, oh, well, she's not speaking because she's guilty or this or that. I mean, those are also possible. So far, there's not been any headway, and it doesn't seem like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a slam dunk in a way. So I don't know, we'll see. Just to give my thoughts on why, especially since I have, you know, lawyers in my family, I have detectives in my family, so I've grew up with a certain mentality on things to look for, and based on what's out there right now, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like it's moving yet, but we'll see if Colleen Ballinger's going after Adam like this, you know, that could be inciting a mob, and, you know, especially when you're threatening people and you're making very serious accusations, but serious threats against someone's life or animals and family, and going to people's houses and doxing people. So I think she hasn't addressed anything too public. We'll see. She may just very well drop a bombshell on all of us, and you'll see me real soon. You drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think of why Colleen has not yet, you know, made an apology video or addressed, you know, anything seriously. Let me know in the comments, because I really want to see what you guys think as well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.